My main view always on the pupillage application process is just how brilliant the candidates are. Each year it seems to get more and more competitive. The way we do it at Coram is we spend quite a lot of time focusing on fair recruitment and really trying to make it as accessible and open to everyone as we possibly can. Some of the ways we do that, for example, so all of the applications that come into Coram Chambers are made blind, by which we mean that identifying details are stripped away. You're then given two markers who of different seniorities within Chambers, come from different backgrounds and have different interests within family law, and your application form will go to both of those two markers. Each of them then gives you a mark, and we have pretty strict criteria that they need to comply with. If there are any big differences between the marks that your two markers give you, then it goes to a third person, which will normally be me, who provides some oversight for the process. We normally get something in the region of 95 to 100 people applying for pupillage each year at Coram. Of those, something like 14 get through to the first round interview, and that's a quickish interview that lasts for about 15 to 20 minutes. And you'll normally be interviewed by 3 members of Chambers, again, of differing interests, different backgrounds, different seniorities. And if you do really well in that first round interview, then you'll get through to the second and final round. Normally about 8 people get through to the second round interview. And that's a longer and slightly more intense process where you're given some work to do just before the interview. So we invite you into Chambers about half an hour before the interview starts and set you normally some slightly tricky legal work to think through before you come into the interview room. You'll then be interviewed by 5 members of Chambers, it tends to be, and we will take a turn asking you some questions. And then we spend some time at the end of the day thinking about who the best candidates are, who's really shone through that process, and then we make our offers.